Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I'm answering a great question about images and SEO, which I saw in an SEO forum. I sourced a lot of these questions from the Reddit SEO forum, but this particular one said, is it true that if you have a duplicate image, so I'm thinking they're meaning a stock image, like a stock photo, that it's bad for SEO. So if you use the same photo that's been used in different places, is that bad for SEO? And this person also asks, is it true that you should not use images that have already been in Google Images for SEO? So this is two separate questions, and I think the first one is asking basically, do you get a duplicate content hit if you use photos which have been used in other places? And the second question is, should you use Google Images? Is that a negative SEO hit? So I'm going to address that second question first about Google Images. Now, you should not source images from Google Images if you're trying to put out an article or a page or a blog post or something like that, but it's for a different reason than what you're thinking. The reason why you shouldn't use Google Images is because you don't know whether you are downloading a stock image or somebody's original photography. And what can happen if you're using something from Google Images, if you're just downloading an image from Google Images, it could be somebody's original photography. And what happens is, as soon as somebody takes a photo, it's basically they have a copyright claim on that. By law, the definition of copyright is if you took a photo, you own the copyright on that photo. So if you take a photo with your iPhone, you own the copyright. So what happens a lot of the time with these Google Images is people just think, free images. Why should I pay for stock photos? I'm going to use Google Images. Well, what happens is these photographers will come back later, they will see somebody else using their photo, and they're going to sue you, and they're going to win. And most of the time, what this happens is you have to pay them thousands of dollars per photo to make them go away and not sue you. So basically, that's what ends up happening. You lose the copyright violation. Basically, you get sued for copyright infringement, and you have to pay out several $1,000s. So much cheaper to either do your own photography or do stock photos. Now let's talk about stock photos. The original question, is it a duplicate content hit? No, it is not a duplicate content hit. I know that that's what they were really meaning to say. If you use stock photos, Google actually already understands what that photo is, because they've seen it a bunch of times. They've seen it on the stock photo sites. Some of those photos are exclusive to different ones, like Getty Images, and they're very notorious for going after people who do a copyright violation. So, so it could be Getty Images, like iStock, could be Shutterstock, could be many of these other ones. If you're looking for free stock photos, you could go to something like Unsplash or Pexels. Stock Snap. There's many different ones out there, but there's a lot of premium ones out there. Adobe Stock, Canva, RF123, Envato and Elements. I found that the more that you pay for stock photos, the better it is. But Google already understands what those are because it's already seen them in different places. It does understand, like, for the most part. If you have original photography, then Google has to understand what it's about and try and figure it out. So as powerful as Google is, they don't have the ability to understand every photo as soon as it's published, like what it is, what it's actually looking at. But, hey, keep clicking on those CAPTCHAs, and if it's a car or a traffic light or a storefront, it's going to understand it. So what I do normally is I will get stock photos if there's not original photography. Original photography is good if you're doing, like, here's the team, about the team, and you hire a professional photographer to do that in your local area. That's probably a good idea. But for a lot of the stuff, you could probably get by with stock photography. iStock is a good choice. They have a robust selection. Some of the other ones that cost a little bit less, they don't have as deep of a selection, but it might be deep enough for what you're doing. No duplicate content penalty. I will add one more thing that you can do if you're using photos, and that is before you upload it into your site, make sure that one, you crop it to a size that's not too unwieldy. You don't want to have like a super large, like 7,000 pixel wide, 4,000 pixel high image you're trying to download. Make sure you crop it to something that's a little bit more manageable, a little bit easier to download. Rename the file. Rename the file to what is in the image or what you're describing in there. Then also, and I have a Windows machine, so if this is a little bit different on Mac, that's fine, but you can right click on the image before you upload it and go to properties, and then you can add like the title, the subject, the comments, the different tags to that image. Now, some of the stock photo places, they already do that. They already have tags in there. For that, you can add your own. It'll help Google understand it a little bit better. That is something that you can do, hint, hint, to help that image show up in Google Images, but also it might give like a little bit of a boost to your page, a little bit, just a little bit. Hope that answers those two questions. No, don't use Google Images on your site because you could be sued if you're using somebody's original photos or somebody's copyrighted or photos that you have to license through stock photography, and you don't want to get sued. Secondly, feel free to use stock photography. It's not going to hurt. It's actually probably going to help in a lot of ways. So that's all I got for now. My name's John Locke. I'm here publishing videos every single day. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO. I would love to see you subscribe. And until next time, peace.